Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Get early access to all of our interviews, including the monthly Chichester chats with writer and comic book legend D.G. Chichester, new episodes of classic Capes and Lunatics shows, including The Quantum Zone, This, That, or the Third, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/CapesandLunatics. Hope to see you there.
Hi, this is Dan Jurgens, and you are listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
Look up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. No, it's the effing Legion. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Electric Mullet.
Yeah.
I am Phil. Joining me, as always, it is Superman's number one fan, Mr. Colorado.
What's up, everybody?
And he's back, kids. Justin the Owl coming back. He loves that Lobo.
That's right. Swooping back in.
Yeah, you're a big Legion fan, right?
Well, I like this team.
Mm-hmm.
This version of the team I like a lot. The one that came about and after the invasion.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because the invasion gets brought up a lot in this series.
Indeed. Yeah, that series was written by Alan Grant and penciled by our boy Barry Kitson from the Azrael stuff.
Yeah. I mean, he didn't pencil that annual, but...
Well, no, but he did the regular series.
Oh, yeah, I did remember the Alan Grant because I read that annual. I was like, oh, yeah, Alan Grant wrote this stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, that team was great.
Mm.
I recommend that to anybody who has heard of them before.
All right. So,
I'm just going to be honest. The books this week, a little rough.
Oh, you didn't like these annuals?
They were okay.
Yeah.
They're okay.
I mean, I have to admit myself. I mean, I wasn't like, oh, these suck, but I was like, I was kind of middle of the road. I wasn't like, yes.
Yeah.
And I had read this Superman annual before, but I hadn't read the Legion annual.
Oh, okay.
I'm reading the Legion.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
It's just, the Legion is hit and miss for me. A lot of times it depends on how they do it and who's writing it.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I sometimes I just kind of...
I mean, we'll get into it, but it almost seemed like they were trying to invent excuses for, oh, hey, Superman fights the Legion, and
right.
There's some mutants in here.
Yeah.
Freaks in here. And again, it wasn't bad.
Like, I didn't hate it, but I also just feel like that this is, and we'll talk about it, but it was really so much of, let's try to clean up the Brainiac stuff.
Mm.
I think he's green. I think he's Brainiac. Get him.
Yeah.
All right. Let's jump into these. And if someone could please explain to me why they put that like black and white checkerboard pattern on the top of all the annuals.
Yeah, I was wondering about that too. They didn't do that for all of them. I mean, forever.
This year? Yeah.
Well, in that year they might have, but I remember.
Yeah, now they're usually didn't. Yeah.
After the year, yeah.
Unless they're experimenting with like, hey, that's an annual, kid. It's got the checkerboard.
Surprise!
Yeah. No, I like this cover. That's one of those old school covers with all the text on it.
Yeah, totally.
All right. Pull a synopsis up here. Who knows? Going through it with you guys, this might win me over. All right. Adventures of Superman, Annual 2 from August 1990. Quest for Vengeance, Discoveries, The Fires of Brainiac. Oh, I guess is that each chapter. Writer, Dan Jurgens. Pencilers, Bob McLeod, Kurt Swan, and Kerry Gamble. Inkers, Bob McLeod, John Byrne.
Yes, making a return.
Dick Giordano. So Byrne's just inking. Colorist Glenn Whitmore, letterer Bill Oakley, and editors Mike Carlin, and Jonathan Peterson. Because Tyler's tomorrow's going to be interviewing Mike Carlin on.
All right.
I try. I do my best, right, guys?
That's right. All right, Vril Docs 2 and L.E.G.I.O.N are in a shuttle that is crashing through Earth's atmosphere. I love it. Wasn't it in the Legion? They called him Vril Docs Jr.
Junior. Junior and senior.
The shuttle grazes an airliner, which starts to crash. Superman arrives just in time, however, and saves the plane. After setting the plane down, Superman comes across the Legion ship. Lobo thinks that Superman is L.E.G.I.O.N, sent by Junior to take them out of the action. Lobo then, against his teammates' wishes, fires everything they have on Superman. While Superman is distracted in the smoke outside, Lobo jumps out of the ship and into the smoke and begins to attack Superman. After a brief altercation, Superman and Lobo both recognize each other. Lobo, however, was very, and they put it all in caps, very drunk the first time he fought Superman. And so he thinks he has only heard of Superman. Lobo introduces himself, and Superman takes him back to the ship, where introductions are made. Superman agrees to help look for Junior, and they go into the underwater Cadmus base. Meanwhile, inside, Junior's probing the computers for information about his father when he and L.E.G.I.O.N are attacked by L.E.G.I.O.N and Guardian, who think they're intruders. Well, they kind of are.
Mm-hmm.
They weren't invited in.
Right.
They punch a big hole in the ceiling. They kind of are. Just as L.E.G.I.O.N gets the better of Guardian, Superman flies in and slams into L.E.G.I.O.N. A large battle ensues in which L.E.G.I.O.N gets the gets the crap beaten out of him by Superman. That's professional summarizing. Gan then pounces on Superman and begins choking him, but the Legion ship flies in and hits Gan with one of its wings. Lobo then jumps out of the ship, and he and Superman begin to mix it up. Gan recovers, and he and Lobo double team Superman.
Oh my!
Just settle down, Justin. All right. What's that? Superman, who is by this point very tired of their crap again, grabs Gand and Lobo's heads and smashes them together. After everyone explains everything and everyone agrees that Junior is not the original Brainiac, that's what started the whole thing, and that it was a misunderstanding, Superman and L.E.G.I.O.N leave to stop the reactor core in the facility from a meltdown. Once that crisis is averted, a bunch of little troll monster things. Literally says.
Oh my word!
Who wrote this? It says it literally says a bunch of little troll monster things.
Wow!
Swarm out of the lower levels of Cadmus base and attack them. Legion makes quick work of the monsters, but one small one escapes, and Superman follows it. It leads them to the under levels, where the things have made a very dry, disgusting, crude village. Superman finds X down there, and X explains that these things are experiments gone wrong created by Cadmus's original leader, Dabney Donovan, who we'll get to later. Meanwhile, Brainiac has prepared for his encounter with Superman and Legion. Yeah, because Brainiac like mentally controlling X and doing stuff. So
yeah, at the end, yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, thoughts?
It's a lot.
Well,
there's a lot going on here. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, okay, since I really hadn't read a lot of Legion, so Justin, did they set this up prior to this annual? Like, oh, hey, Dox and L.E.G.I.O.N are coming to Earth, or?
Yeah, in the beginning, the whole thing was really about, if I remember right, it's been a dog's age since I read that early stuff, but Real Dogs had a major revenge quest against his dad going for a while, and that dominated a lot of what happened in specific issues of the title for a while. Obviously, that wasn't the whole entirety of the series. It went on for quite a while, actually. But yeah, I think there was a fair amount of setup ahead of this. So this wasn't kind of just a bolt out of the blue, like all of a sudden Legion showing up on Earth and like, what are we doing here? Why are we messing around on Earth with Project Cadmus? Yeah, I can't remember how many issues of lead up there was though. To this.
But I just love how Legion gave us Daxamite, so it's like, oh yeah, we can't have Kryptonian, so yeah, anytime we need someone like that, we're just going to bring in a Daxamite.
Yeah,
that was one of my big questions. Like, isn't L.E.G.I.O.N isn't that Mon-El? Or am I just like thinking of something else? Like, isn't that one of his names?
It's the same guy.
Yeah, that whole thing.
But they did the whole, like, with the 0 hour in his title when he was Valor, they did the whole 0 hour thing where they tried to consolidate all the different versions of him.
Okay, and that's what I thought. There was something I couldn't remember. I just remember, like, wait a minute, has some sort of connection.
Yeah, it's like
It's comics.
the future
Too much.
version of him.
Yeah,
It's Mon-El.
it wasn't he Mon-El in Pre-Crisis or something, and
Yeah,
he
Yeah.
goes into the Phantom Zone and stuff because
right.
Mark Waid's kind of doing that again with Mon-El in the Phantom Zone, where he was.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I think he wrote those Valor issues.
Yeah, I think Mark Waid is trying to set up the Phantom Zone, like trying to give it a more Silver Age feel again and stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because Superman kind of sees like a Krypton from before it exploded. It does look very Silver Agey and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love this story because, I mean, the Legion to me I think is interesting because they're so different from the Legion of superheroes.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're kind of like a group. They kind of remind me of the Omega Men almost more than the Legion of superheroes. They're kind of like a group of outcasts and misfits that are thrown together, stumbling about the galaxy under the leadership of this dude who's admittedly brilliant, but not the best leader in the world, as we'll discover.
I mean, we got Lobo again.
And Lobo, yeah, I still don't understand what in the world he was doing palling around with this group because half the time he was just getting into fights with them.
It really threw me off when I saw Lobo, to be honest, because it just was a weird looking Lobo. And I was like, wait, am I missing something?
Well, yeah, he's drawn really different from the last time we saw him. And that was very recent. His fight with Superman in the
Fortress of Solitude was like,
man. Like what, a month before this?
Yeah, a month or two.
Yeah. So I thought, wow, this is a really quick rematch between these two.
So I mean, again, I haven't read a lot of Legion, but I mean, did they promise to like pay him a lot of money or something? Is that why he was here? You know,
I think so. Yeah, or he was bored. I think there's something to do with, he had some type of thing with Real Docs where he had to do what he said. Maybe he bought him off. Maybe he was, just like a hired mercenary. I don't know. I gotta go back and read those.
Fetal Giz.
I have to go back and read those. It's been a long time. What I really liked about this issue were the creative teams. How we had a bunch of different creative teams again for the annual, like we had before, with the great Bob McLeod starting us out, and then Kurt Swan with John Byrne together was great, and Kerry Gammo with Dick Giordano. I love the different art teams. I thought that they each were different in their own respective styles, but the transition wasn't jarring from chapter to chapter.
No, it wasn't too bad, especially like a lot of times, like if they throw Kurt Swan in, sometimes it jars me a little bit because I'm just like, I associate his style with like, pre-crisis and stuff. And then,
definitely
see some Kurt Swan stuff. I'm like, whoa, okay, that's an older style.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But the pages of him duking it out with L.E.G.I.O.N were fantastic. I love that stuff.
Oh yeah.
It's great.
And yeah, the whole Lobo look, I think like Lobo's one of those characters or an artist either gets it or doesn't get it.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Yeah. And in the 90s when he got his own series, like that's, I think, when they really kind of perfected the look.
They make them all big and like bulky.
He was huge and he had the big giant hair that was going all over the place. Chains.
His hair here reminds me of like the Shi'ar Empire from X-Men.
Yes, that kind of spiky, feathery. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
I do. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Although it almost works because it's almost like looks like he's in a hair band or something.
He just starts busting out some hair metal.
He would. I think of all the people in this issue, he would.
That's what I think he was doing on the ship there when he was basically doing a poem about the dolphins. I was like, you writing a song?
Sitting there drinking and looking at dolphin holograms. Yeah. No, I liked this. They crammed a lot of story in here, but it was good. Like I liked the stuff with Project Cadmus. I thought it was interesting how they had like these weird mutants in the basement.
And it was just like a coincidence that like Junior lands, at the place with like probably some of the most high tech computers in the world. This will be easy to look up Brainiac. Okay.
Yeah, right.
But I do like we're kind of keeping some continuity here because like when Lois and Clark are standing there and talking about their date because last time they finally ended up kissing and stuff. Yeah,
it's true.
So I did like that.
Yeah, that's nice.
Then the airplane save kind of reminds me of the first Christopher Reeve Superman.
Yeah,
of course, it's just a staple. Like I think every Superman needs their kind of what do you call it?
Airplane safe.
Yeah, either an airplane or a helicopter
or a space shuttle,
some type of aircraft. Yeah,
yeah. There has to be that one thing that like really just shows Superman's ability to do stuff.
I was just waiting for did we get our engine back? Don't look. Don't just fly.
Don't ask questions. Fly.
Yeah. I also liked the 80s/90s Superman ultimate solution to the problem, which was throw it into the sun.
Yes!
Man, well, there was an episode, one of the last episodes of Superman and Lois make kind of a joke about flying Clark through the sun. I'm like, thank you, because it's either throw it in the sun or to heal Superman, fly him into the sun. Like that's just what it is.
Or if it's a weapon of mass destruction, throw it into the sun to get rid of it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I feel that's a comic book trope. It's either throw it in the sun or buried it on the moon.
I want to write a comic where that's their answer, and that's what they do, and then it blows up and destroys the sun. And they're like, oh,
oops.
And then it's like,
we did that too many times.
Yeah, you're like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
And they're like, Dad, what'd you guys do?
Blew up the sun.
We blew up the sun. You what? Yeah, we accidentally blew up the sun, guys.
How about writing a story where like you get a superhero like that, but he like overreacts? It's like, oh, what are you gonna do with that jaywalker? Throw him in the sun.
Yeah, right. Cheat on your taxes, up you go. There's also a lot of like labs and stuff and like weird machinery floating around in space that's been like deposited there by Superman and others. I always thought it would be interesting if some supervillain like took a rocket up there and just started collecting it all. Just started like randomly flying around to these different floating discarded labs and things and I'll take a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Thank you, Superman, for leaving this behind for me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. They this lab where Metallo was made is still up.
Yeah, that's one of them. Yeah,
we're gonna get to that in like 2 months or so here. Yeah.
Somebody could take advantage of that stuff if they knew that.
But I love like, so they mentioned, we got clipped by UFO and, Superman's like, oh man, who is this going to be? Maxima, Draga again?
Draga, yeah.
For all I know, it could be Darkseid.
Yeah. Yep. All viable options.
Oh man. I swear. That is that's some 80s style there.
Yes.
Oh, the hair? Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Is that hair hanging down or is that giant earrings?
No, those are like little hair.
Okay.
Tassel things. Yeah.
Oh, and I do like, Superman remembers Lady Quark from the Crisis with the Anti-Monitor. Does it?
Yes.
But doesn't remember that she came from her own universe because there are no more universes.
She is the only one left. Yeah, I like Lady Quark. She's interesting. She's a neat character.
Mm-hmm.
The last survivor of her universe.
So, yeah, I think, we're kind of setting up stuff for future Cadmus stories, like, again, mentioning Dabney Donovan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, great fight scenes.
Yeah, so I guess it was Dabney Donovan that developed all those mutants in the first place.
Yeah, that's what they said. It's always rejects, so it's just like,
Yeah.
You know what that reminds me of, Justin? That power broker story from Captain America where they just, like, dumped him in the LA sewers.
Oh, yeah,
all
yeah.
Rejects, yeah.
Yes, totally. And the part that I was most incredulous about in this story was at the end when they were talking about the rejects. And there was something about how Cadmus had, like, one of the members of Legion says, surely you can provide them better than living in the slum in the sewer. And Doublelick says, I've tried, but they will accept nothing from us. Are you kidding me?
Mhm.
If I was living in a sewer and Project Cadmus was like, you want to come live up here in like some regular normal conditions? I'd be like,
Yes.
yes.
Well, I mean, one, Dee Donovan probably abused them, harshly, and then two, it's like not only are their bodies twisted, their brains may not even like work right.
Well, true. Maybe they don't have the logic capabilities, but still.
Nah, it's still let's do this.
Comfort. Yeah. Maybe they got used to the smell of the sewer. They didn't notice it anymore.
Oh, and then what about Junior telling Superman? He's like, why don't you leave this planet once in a while? Go somewhere you can do some good.
Yeah, I like that. He got right in his face. He's like, you should have known about this.
He's like, I have my limitations, And he's like, they take these outcasts here. Now that I know about them, I can do my best to see they're treated properly.
Yeah. And that also is a cool thing that I liked when we had the Valor series a couple years from now, was because you had a character like L.E.G.I.O.N who had Superman-like powers, but he was traveling around out in space doing that type of stuff that Superman wasn't doing because he was stuck on Earth all the time. I thought that was cool. I liked that Valor series a lot. I got the whole thing.
Yeah, I remember reading like a little bit of the character, like that Eclipso crossover and some other stuff. But yeah,
that's a great solid series. And towards the end, they get some amazing artwork from Colleen Doran.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so good. Mark Waid and Colleen Doran, so good. Yeah, amazing. But yeah, I love this annual. It's fun. There's a lot of weird stuff going on in here that I wasn't expecting, like the mutants and Double X getting possessed by Brainiac, and another fight between Lobo and Superman, like a month after the other one. And it was a lot of stuff I wasn't expecting at the time.
All right, should we get to the Legion annual? I have no stuff for this, but
all right, yeah.
Let's do it, because I don't know. Like, I have not really enjoyed what they've done with Brainiac, and then we have like his son here and all this. I don't know.
Yeah. I think
because we're trying to bring back the regular Brainiac from where we had just kind of got done with Milton Fine.
Yeah.
And we're trying to get into regular Brainiac again, and I feel like it's
too much of a leap.
And the thing is, like, the more I read in like comics and stuff, I realize that as much as we talk about post-crisis and everything like that, there has never been a really clean reboot of DC in any way. Like,
no.
Like they promised it with New 52. New 52 is not a clean.
No, God, no.
Yeah. Nothing's been a clean new start. And I mean, even this absolute universe, it's kind of its own universe thing. The characters are very different in a lot of ways, and it still ties into events from the regular universe. So it would be interesting if we actually could start over with, and not just do these one and dones, but ongoing series of of characters in a different universe, like we did with we did the Earth 1 series, but like just continually a different line. And so
yeah, I mean, again, the New 52 is like that. They wanted to like, oh, this is a new universe. It's only 5 years in, but meanwhile, Batman's had every Robin, and all the characters are there, and it's just like, okay. And how'd we get here? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm sorry. Hold up.
Batman, my favorite character.
Next month, we're going to be doing a lot of that because there's 2 episodes with Batman.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I know, I was excited to read those books because they were the next ones that popped up till I saw that we had to do the annuals, and I was like, dang it.
Yeah, it's because 2 episodes of Batman next month. So make sure you tune in, Ray.
Batman, my favorite.
All right, let me do the credits for that Legion annual, and again, I was going to say I didn't like the art as much in this one, but it's like that Adventures annual is like a hard act to follow because you got a bunch of great artists on that one. All right, the Legion annual number 1, September 1990, Childhood's End. Writer Alan Grant, penciler Jim Fern, inker Jeff Albrecht, colorist Lovern Kinderzersky, and letterer John Workman. And that's all I have.
That's it.
Like I said, I hadn't read this one before, so.
Yeah, I only read this, I think, once.
So I didn't realize there's not that much They say guest starring Superman, but there ain't that much.
He's barely in it. He's barely in it.
Mm-hmm.
So, let me open this up.
Yeah, I like the artwork of Jim Fern. He's actually one of the artists that was on one of my favorite all-time comic book series from DC, Scarlet, from the 90s. He was one of the co-creators on that, and he was the artist on most of it. I really like his stuff, but I feel like his art style is better suited towards kind of horror type stuff. With a darker edge. The straight up superhero stuff, like, I don't know, it's a different feel, I think. Yeah.
One, too, I think we talked about it before. You can have a great penciler, you can have a great inker, but sometimes like two people don't mesh that. You know, they could both be great, but they won't mesh together well.
True. Maybe Jeff Albrecht wasn't the best inker for him. Yeah, I don't know.
I actually kind of like the way that some of the inks are laid out in this, and the art's a little cleaner in this one compared to the other book.
And it's just one artist throughout rather than 3 or 4 different teams.
Yeah. So I too, for the most part, like there's sometimes the faces come off a little odd, but for the most part, I really do enjoy the structure of this book more.
And it's consistent throughout. Yeah.
It is consistent. Yeah. What do you guys think of this team, of the actual Legion team themselves? Like, what do you think of the characters, the dynamic, the overall?
I like what I know, but like some of these members I'm not too familiar with. So, but no, it looks like an interesting team here. You got Strata, who's basically your Ben Grimm,
right? Yeah. And FaZe, who's kind of like Kitty Pryde powers. They were more cool when they were less like doing the bidding of real docs, and kind of just doing like intergalactic superhero stuff.
Yeah, that's the other thing. I think like both are good, but I don't know if like Superman is the best fit for Legion and vice versa.
Oh, true. Yeah.
It's like they almost just said with Superman to help sell the book.
Yeah. Because this Legion book was still fairly new at the time.
It's so funny because it's like in this one, Superman, they leave one of those Legion ships on Earth, so Cadmus helps Superman get the ship going so he can go keep Junior from killing Brainiac. But meanwhile, there was an early Booster Gold issue where him and Booster Gold are on an alien planet, and Booster wants to save someone, and Superman's like, no, this ain't our culture. We don't understand that, and all this stuff. It's like,
you can't get involved.
How the tables have turned.
Yeah, it's different now, ain't it?
So let's stop Junior from murdering his psycho mass murderer father. Yeah.
Nah.
But yeah, no, the beginning of this, we get the flashback of how, basically Brainiac grew Junior in a big test tube.
His dad abused him horribly.
And basically sold out the whole planet.
Yep.
I am going home. I am going to kill my father. Oh yeah, that's what it is. He says, I am Viril Dox Jr.
Which is weird. Like, just the whole
Brainiac Jr. thing. Yeah.
Yeah, because you would think, I guess they could have it, but aliens won't necessarily have, like, the word junior.
Yeah, they just need to throw on that, like, translated from, where you're just kind of like, aha.
And then I still have John Byrne January on the brain. I was just like, I had to double check the credits to see if John Byrne worked on this in any way, shape, or form after we got that Lady Quark butt shot.
It does feel like, yeah.
Yes. It feels like he had a hand in that poker.
It seems like we only see the ladies picking up all the poker. Lobo freaks out.
There's a lot of gratuitous butt and leg shots in these issues. Yeah.
It's that time, though.
That's true.
Like,
yeah, we're just beginning the 90s.
Oh, yeah.
We're just beginning the 90s.
And again, it makes sense because Superman can't breathe in space, but it's so weird seeing Superman like piloting a spaceship.
I know, isn't that funny? Yeah, it always gives me a chuckle whenever I see him flying a ship.
And
he looks like such a natural at it.
Well, I think half of it's automatics. He said Double X programmed it to home in on Doc's
brainwaves,
and the home in on Double X's brainwaves when he wants to go home.
How handy! Should keep that ship around. You might need that again sometime.
Exactly. Oh, and then we actually see get like full Brainiac, and he created this monster, this creature.
Yeah,
basically
a whole bunch of them.
Well, there's one that looks like a giant green like ape thing with like huge teeth and basically impervious to their laser fire.
Yeah, more mutants.
But yeah, then the Legion get there and Brainiac sees, his son's returning. Yeah, they did that in the other annual too. Again, why do we have to do chapters in annual?
I don't
know. Yeah, I was wondering that too.
Although, did we? Because I was gonna say it's one artist, right?
Yeah, Jim Fern did the entire thing.
Because I can almost see it in the first one if it's like, okay, this team's gonna, this penciler and inker are gonna do the first chapter, this other penciler and inker are gonna do the second chapter. But
right,
if it's the same people doing it, I'm just like, well,
yeah,
when the chapters are. Yeah. Oh my God, this is such a superhero. Land the plane and come right.
Yeah. Immediately. Yeah.
Wait for them to scream, "Avengers Assemble!"
Yeah. Legion leap.
Yeah. Legion. Lego up. Lunite.
Let's go Legion.
Yeah, let's go Legion.
That's what they were missing, was a good battle cry. Yeah.
Legion long sprint.
Lego my ego.
Oh,
I also didn't like the resolution to this issue.
Yeah.
I felt like it was very anticlimactic at the end.
And it's so funny because it's like, except for that one page of Superman piloting the ship, we don't see him again until page 38.
Yeah, and even then it's for only a few pages.
Right? Well, 38, he's on the last panel, and then he comes flying in.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's just the art style, but I swear, like the face a little, I swear the artist was almost trying to do Christopher Reeve.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, I got that feeling too.
And again, this is only 3 years after Superman 4, so.
Yeah.
Oh, Tyler, actually watched that Christopher Reeve documentary finally.
Hey, me too.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Yeah. I really enjoyed it. That was very well done. Mm-hmm. And I liked it. I like that they talked a lot about his different aspects of his career and didn't just try to focus on Superman. Like,
oh yeah, it probably won't help they had all that footage and stuff. And
I enjoyed it. It was good.
Oh yeah, it's on Max. It's on Max, kids.
Yeah, he looks like Christopher Reeve a lot on page 52 when all the Legion are like kind of congratulating him. You said it, Brill. We'd be glad to have you on the Team Superman. That panel. It looks a lot like Christopher there.
And Brainiac controls the Legion to attack Junior, and then Superman comes crashing in.
Yeah.
I love how Superman pushes Largan through the floor and says, "Oh, I can't take him out, but I can't get rid of him for a while." Out of my fragging way, that super chump for bashing my head with the Daxamite.
Yeah. I've said this like recently. I was talking to some friends. I don't really like Superman when they put him like out in space.
Mm-hmm.
Because I really feel like to me, it feels almost like you're risking something. Like if I'm Superman and I'm out in space, I'm risking that I could, be depowered and all of a sudden,
stranded or
be, stranded and not be able to bounce back. And like under a red sun,
world stuff, like all that.
Yeah, like I just feel like it's just one of those things that I don't know. I don't like when they have Superman and Supergirl like out in space.
What's so weird because it's like him and Supergirl, they are aliens, they are from Krypton, but especially Superman, it's like yes, he is an alien biologically, but he was raised on Earth from such an early age that it's like he thinks like an Earth. He's basically an Earth man. He just has this weird biology.
Yeah. But
again, yeah, he'll run off. Again, help people on other planets because that's the kind of guy he is. But
like I said, that's kind of why I like that Valor series, because you had a guy with Superman-like powers. He was similar to him, even looked like him, but he was doing all the stuff in space that Superman wasn't doing. Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. Supergirl kind of even makes more sense to me for to be in space than Superman, because it's like Superman came to Earth at such a young age. Like he really doesn't remember Krypton or anything. Like he's either a baby or he was, not even a baby in like this version. But Supergirl was they put her in that rocket. She was like a teenager or something. So,
and I think that's always important just to help.
So
with
she
the
remembers
difference between the two characters.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, she remembers other planets and stuff. So yeah, it kind of makes more sense to me with her. And Superman and Lobo fighting in space.
Again. Yeah.
Good old Lobo.
Yeah.
Hits him with a rock.
Well, but Lobo is funny.
But yeah, I was going to say before about Tyler's points with Brainiac. It's like, I don't think Brainiac really comes into his own, really. There's like this version until Panic in the Sky.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I can totally see that.
Because again, he goes full out here. Spoilers, he gets like Maxima and yeah.
Yeah. It's a whole crew.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, we kind of defeat Brainiac here. And Superman's still arguing for, oh, hey, you shouldn't murder Brainiac.
Yeah. Given the old, you shouldn't kill people speech.
Mm-hmm. But then he gets away in that skull shit.
Yeah.
So unless the Legion takes him home, Superman should still have that ship.
I wonder if we will see what happens with it in an issue, because I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember ever seeing it again, but
yeah.
But really, nothing gets solved because at the end of this annual, Junior's like, I'm still gonna kill my father. So
yeah,
nothing's really been settled. Which I guess they wanted to leave that open for the Legion series. But so did Brainiac make a lot of appearances in Legion, Justin?
I think so. Yeah, and especially towards the beginning. Again, it's been so long since I've read it. I've got to go back and reread those. I'm hoping actually that they'll reprint some of those in those new DC's Finest collections that they're doing.
They should. I think they're on the app. So
yeah, they're all on the app, but I missed a bunch of them in print form. So I'd like to be able to complete my collection.
Yeah. Because I was going to say, I think the chances are always better that they're going to reprint it if it's already like on the app and stuff.
Yeah.
So that's probably another reason they sent him off into space is to like mess with the Legion, start up that Legion book and mess with them.
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
Actually, I'm looking over these early issues. I don't think Brainiac appeared in many of them.
No.
Yeah. Wow,
might be the timing too. By the time he leaves, I wonder did the series start maybe before he left Earth? So, and again, I'm sure they kept him as the boogeyman for a while. It's just like, oh, we're gonna find him.
Well, they kept getting embroiled in other stuff too when they were traveling around out in space, as they tend to do. Yeah, I forgot Barry Kitson was on this book for so long.
Oh yeah. I love his.
Yeah,
Perich Kitson, yeah. We talked about that Azrael stuff, Batman stuff. But he did it. He's going to do some Superman stuff after Death of Superman. Well,
that's right. Yeah,
he's going to do some Mullet stuff. Yeah,
yeah. Wasn't he on?
It might have been Adventures.
Steel or
no, I think it's Adventures.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds dirty. He'll do some Mullet stuff.
It does.
All right, gentlemen. Anything else?
No, I think we covered it pretty well. Yeah, my memory is pretty fuzzy when it comes to this Legion series. I don't know if Brainiac plagued them very much in the beginning or not. I wonder if my memory's fuzzy there. But if not, if my memory is betraying me in this instance, then in that case, this story is more memorable in the fact that it addresses that relationship between Real Docs and his quote-unquote dad.
All right. So, yes, like I said, next month you're going to get 2 Batman episodes, kids, because the first episode we're going to do Action Comics 653, and then we're going to jump into Dark Knight over Metropolis from Superman 44, Adventures of Superman 467, and Action Comics 654. And then the second episode of the month, we're going to cover the 3-issue miniseries World's Finest with Batman, Superman. I think it's Joker and Lex. So I don't know if I even read that one, but yes, I did see it. And I was like, yep, all right.
Yeah, I haven't read that. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember hearing about it. I don't think I read it. All right. So, yes. So, please send us you can send your thoughts on any of the previous episodes, but send us your thoughts on those Batman episodes, Ray. We know what you do on your lunch break, Ray. Park in secluded spot.
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah. So send us your thoughts. Email us CapesandLunatics@gmail.com or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember, check out all the Capes and Lunatics episodes, even stuff beforehand. I think there's before the Bat stuff on there, Tyler. CapesLunatics.wordpress.com. There's probably some Flash Arrow Power Hour on there. There's probably all kinds of stuff.
Oh man, that's where it was. Let's not even. Yeah, just making sounds. You know, everybody's like, "What's he talking about?"
Yeah. Prepare yourself if we're going to listen to any episode with Zach in it.
Exactly. I just don't want to, say it, but yeah.
That was quite the training ground for us. Anyway, and again, you can always help support us, buy some merch at TeePublic and Spring. And again, crazier and dangerous, more dangerous than Lobo. Lilith Hellfire demands that you rain random money on us. The Cash App link.
Make it rain.
Capes and Lunatics. And speaking of the crazy Floridian, yes, we join us on the Patreon, subscribe here, exclusive uncensored content every month. And if you are a subscriber like Justin, you can, request topics for us to discuss.
Join me in the Patreon elite.
That's right. So sign up at patreon.com/CapesandLunatics. All right. And if you need more Superman talk in your life, and you know you do, Tyler, tell them how to find the Krypton Report.
Well, you can find the Krypton Report. Just search for just search for on your favorite social media platform and you'll find links to us for our podcast. We're on all major platforms and you'll find us there.
Miss Tyler Patrick and the Force of Nature, Mr. James Cole.
Yeah. Oh man, if I could only share some of the jokes and things that are said, it's not appropriate to say online.
Oh my.
I'll tell you guys once we're done.
Oh, damn. All right.
Oh.
That's why he's the force of nature.
Okay.
Justin's like, I'm scared and excited to hear this.
Yes.
Speaking of stuff that's probably wildly inappropriate for the internet, Justin the Owl, you can catch him here every so often on Electric Mullet. You can catch him at least once a month on We Are the Night,
the
Batman podcast, talking Azrael, and sometimes he stops by for other talks like Catwoman or Killer Moth. We ever do
Killer
that.
Moth, Anarchy,
a
little bit of everything.
And you can also check him out all over Capes and Lunatics on every week on Marvel Tales or X-Men Classics, or on a rare occasion maybe both. So check him out there. And again, catch us on the returning Energon Universe and One World Under Doom podcast.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And you can also catch him as the new co-host with me and yes, the High Priest. We just mentioned Ray on Ultimate Spider-Cast at the end of the month.
That's right.
And Riley or the Slingers coming up here.
The Slingers. We're spending most of the year with the Slingers over there.
You guys are supposed to stop me. Like, no, let's do that. Yeah. All right. But you can also catch him on these other shows. If that was
That's right. Gamma Charge with me and Russell. Every month we talk about the Immortal Hulk or the Sensational She-Hulk. And we have a Patreon, so check that out. Predator and Prey, we're joined by the aforementioned Ray and Sparky to talk about some classic Dark Horse comic books featuring Fox's Predator. And last but not least, on the Lost Library of Legends, I am dedicating a multiple-part retrospective on a title from the 90s Malibu Ultraverse.
Back to the 90s here, bitch. Oh, that's naughty. I love it.
I do love the Ultraverse a great deal.
It's me, your old pal, the owl. Giant-sized man thing. I'm a sucker for a guy with a powerful rod.
I'll try to join you guys next month for one of the Batman episodes if I can.
Oh, nice. Yes. All right. Yeah, I'll make sure you're on the invite for both. Yeah, just let me know.
Yeah, I'll see if I can do it. Yeah.
All right, kids. Thank you for joining us. Again, come back next month. Well, next 2 weeks we get some Nightwing news, and then come back next 2 episodes of Mullet. You'll be getting Batman. Oh yes, Justin, did you want to join us for Soul Search? That I believe that's going to be.
Yes,
that's going to be episode 50, if you can believe it.
Yes, I love Soul Search.
There's some good stuff coming up. Soul Search is 50. Episode 52 is Crisis of the Crimson Kryptonite.
Crimson Kryptonite. Yeah.
Nixie and Lex reunited. All right, kids. Come back next time. And remember, come join us for truth, justice, and the mullet way. I think Lobo's kind of sporting a mullet this time.